Hey guys, this is our study and welcome to Comic Space, and today we are going to talk about the Silver Surfer. And after all of the corporate infrastructuring, all of the chopping block stuff that we have talked about on the channel, the Silver Surfer project is still indeed coming out. So in major update and all of the stuff that have happened and all of the changes that are happening now in Marvel Studios, there was a quite uncertainty regarding the project. Was it even still coming out? But it is indeed coming out. So we are going to talk all about that. We are also going to talk about this whole reinfrastructuring of Disney Plus strategy for Marvel Studios and how that is actually going to look like moving forward. So we have a lot to talk about. Let's dive into it straight away. So first thing first, let's talk about Silver Surfer. So today's update is coming from Daniel RPK, and again, if you have been following our channel or have been part of the rumor mill, you know that we like to give him a lot more reverence than any other industry insider, as he also have a quite impeccable track record as well. As he went on to state, a Silver Surfer project is in works and currently they are searching for an actor, and the character will make his debut in the upcoming Fantastic Four film. As the changes are happening at Marvel Studios, the projects like Silver Surfer, Vision Quest, and even a Wiccan series that has been rumored for a while, they are still coming out. So there have not been changes that Marvel Studios were already in development with, or they already have announced, so they are not going to make a lot of changes on that front. We are going to talk all about that later on in the video about that strategy of Marvel Studios. So again, Silver Surfer is coming out and they are about to make their debut in the Fantastic Four. But again, in a recent video we talked about the Fantastic Four origin and how they are actually going to make their homecoming into the 616 continuity, and in which we also tackle the topic of Silver Surfer and Galactus. However, the Silver Surfer project is supposed to be coming out after the Fantastic Four film. Silver Surfer and Galactus can be in the film, but only to a small extent in the film. They are not going to be the primary part of the story, or Galactus might not even be the antagonist. There are probably going to be the characters that are only hinted at, or they are gonna give the introduction or something like that, but they are not going to be the primary focus of the film. And then we are going to move forward, then we are going to have a Silver Surfer project, and probably down the road we will have in major projects like even maybe in Fantastic Four sequel when we get to see Galactus and Silver Surfer in a major role in the MCU. So again, that is quite great news, because I was really hyped up for the Silver Surfer project, and given that they are giving Silver Surfer his own project, I do think that he could play a lot more part in the multiverse saga as well. Maybe even as we go down to Secret Wars, he can play some sort of a role. So as we are talking about Silver Surfer, a major cosmic entity in the Marvel universe, let's also talk about Nova, which is also a major project that has been in rumors for a while now, and Marvel Studios is indeed developing, as the latest reports have been indicating. If Nova is not going to be announced at this year's summer, maybe at Comic Con or D23, or this year, if they are not announcing the project right now or this year, that means the project is going to be way down the road, maybe not even part of the multiverse stuff. Because I think after all of the stuff, I think Marvel is gonna be very picky with all of the new projects that are continuing, all of the projects that they already have been working on or have been in development, and they have their mind set up towards the projects. When talking about and taking a total new IP or in creating a project from scratch or from the square one, they are probably gonna be a lot more picky what to choose and when to release it. And that takes us to our next point, and this update is coming from Daniel RPK as well, where he went on to state Marvel is not making too many live action series at the moment. They are focusing much more on the animated stuff and live action films, and the next lot of live action series that we are gonna get from them are going to be much more grounded, as Marvel looking to focus on lot more street level heroes and much more independent projects, much like Moon Knight or stuff like that, as the only live action cosmic level series that we can get from Marvel is going to be Nova, as Marvel Studios is going back and forth after the first Nova project that was in development was cancelled. So again, all of the projects that they already have been working on, all of the projects that they have already announced, they are not going to scratch them off, much like Nova or Silver Surfer for that sake. And again, it also makes me think that Silver Surfer is not going to be in TV series, much more like in special. And again, it is going to be like in once in a while, because again, Marvel is also not focusing much more on special as well. They are probably going to do it when they actually feel like it, and it is much more like a necessity to actually build the character up. So projects like, again, as I mentioned earlier, Vision Quest, Silver Surfer, Wiccan, Wonder Man series, and all of the stuff like that they already have been working on for a while, it is still going to come out. But moving forward, street level and independent projects like Echo and Moon Knight, and I think all of the projects that we are going to see are going to be very much cut off from the primary story, which is going to be the multiverse, and they are going to focus on multiverse stuff throughout the films and not throughout Disney Plus. They are going to have Disney Plus do another job and focus on this branch storylines from the primary storyline, which is the multiverse, on the focus on all of the stuff like the Marvel Supernatural branch or the street level branch that Marvel have going on, or all of the animated stuff that falls under the Marvel animation banner. So I think it is just quite a good idea how to actually tackle all of these elements, because I think we already have talked about how Infinity Saga was in one linear storyline where everything was focused on that one storyline, where we have Multiverse Saga where there are different aspects and lots of elements going on, and lots of multiverse stuff is going on, and lots of street level, lots of supernatural stuff. Again, we also are going to see a Midnight Sun project down the road. We are going to have an Avengers Secret Wars level of stuff, which is a totally different level of project. But obviously all of the things are going on at the same moment, and again, I think it is necessary to kind of sort them out in such a way that it is also easier for an audience to consume all of this stuff. And I think that is where the Marvel spotlight also comes in play, where we can have much more like an independent projects where they are pretty much cut off from all of the other stuff, that you can just go ahead and watch it and not really have to know what have happened before, and to have been fully immersed into this whole cinematic spectacle. So I think it is time for me to see you guys off. Well, that's it for this video guys, but before you go, you can consider to grab the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel or DC update. I'm so glad that you guys got the time to hear me out. Thanks for listening to me. This is your host Adi signing off. See you in the next one.